Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Yeah, apparently Shannon Sharpe was incredibly upset with Skip Bayless's tweets Monday night. First of all, we want to send our prayers out to Damar Hamlin. Yeah, prayers out to him for hopefully he recovers. But so Demar Hamlin is a cornerback. Well, he a defensive back for the Buffalo Bills. And in the game Monday night, he made a tackle on T. Higgins. And after the tackle, it looked like a routine tackle. He stood up and fell right back out and had a cardiac arrest in the middle of the football game. They did CPR on the field on him for 5 minutes and got him to a hospital where his condition is still critical. And they naturally postponed the game. And Skip Bayless had some comments in real time about the situation. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up Skip Bayless' comments, his tweets.
Skip's tweets.
Yeah, there was 3 of them. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find all 3 because you have to read all 3.
He got about 8.
I have all 3.
He got about 8, but yeah, our producer's on it. Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So, all right.
This one is up here. It's not the first one though. I don't believe.
No, it's nope. Apparently. All right. So yeah,
I think you're right. I think the one that go up.
Yeah, this you got to start right here and then go up.
Oh yeah, sorry there. So that one, that one was the first one.
Yeah, this one. All right.
Okay.
So
cool.
Skip Bayless tweeted. The first one is not exactly sure what happened to Damar Hamlin. Players on both teams are shaken. Ambulance out on the field. CPR administered. Can't remember play being stopped for this length of time. Just said a prayer for him and his family. The next one was, I've seen so many horrific injuries suffered on football fields, yet never have I seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, that's football. For these players, this was different. And then this is one that everyone's upset about. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. And then the next one is, nothing is more important than that young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry if that was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I prayed for him and will continue to. So that third one is what people are all upset about.
Hey, real quick. Hey, put it back up real quick. No, you can keep talking, but put it back up.
Him questioning how the game could be postponed and in that type of situation never coming up this late in the season where a game is postponed or rescheduled this late in the season with this much on the line, because these are 2 of the top teams in the AFC, and this game meant a lot in terms of playoff seeding. And he also said that the crucial, as much of an impact as this game had on the regular season, all of that seems so irrelevant because he was laid out on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But people were taking that to mean that he was thinking more about the game than about what was happening to fam that was on the field. And that is completely out of context. It's like you just taking one sentence and not paying attention to the rest of the shit that he's saying. And even then, that's actually false because that's not what he said. and Shannon Sharpe felt the kind of way about it, and he did not show up for work on Tuesday to do the show with Skip, and then
He didn't show up.
and then
He,
and then
he, he didn't show up. He didn't show up on Tuesday.
yeah, that's what I said. And then today
I was asking.
Yeah, he didn't show up.
Okay.
He didn't show up on Tuesday, and then today when he got back on, he started the show off with a little monologue and was about to explain how he felt about the entire situation because people were already speculating, like, damn, Shannon Sharpe really pissed off at this nigga. And he was about to explain the shit when Skip Bayless did the Skip Bayless ass shit that he did and basically was an asshole. So, and this is the clip from today.
I think we got that real quick. You want to hear Shannon's response when he came back, or you want to talk about what Skip's tweet was first?
Shit, we could talk about his tweet because I honestly don't think there was anything wrong with it.
Man with no name, how you feel about that tweet? The tweets.
I think the motherfuckers is purposely, ambiguously misleading for us to talk about them.
But you don't gather anything from them at all?
No.
Why do you think they're misleading?
Because that's the character that these two twits play. That's the character, and for some reason, nobody breaks character. So it had nothing to do with the tweets. It's just everybody's in character.
But people were mad at the tweets, though.
Okay.
People
were mad. I don't know why people were mad. These are two characters.
I don't know why people were mad at the tweets. When I read the tweets, I read them in a different order, and I wasn't mad at them when I read them. I didn't think anything of them. Also, I'm familiar with Skip Bayless, and I don't think much of them, so I don't really expect much ever. But if you can scroll down for a little bit real quick to the first tweet that's on here, because this wasn't the first one that I saw, but the fact that it's preferenced in the way with the first one, that is just a list of the things that are happening in real time of what's happening. I get it. He's just telling you what's going on. CPR administered. I can't remember play being stopped for this at the time. I can read that one way or the other. I can read it as we ain't never had to wait this long to get football back started, which y'all doing, or this must be really serious because they have never stopped play for so long. This is why text is so hard to decipher a person's intentions, because you read it in your own tone or the tone that you assign for that individual to have. And if you think of that person as callous already, you're going to read it and interpret it in the callous way. But scroll up for me real quick because I want to read the other two again. Just to see. I've seen a bunch of horrific injuries on the football field. Never seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, that's football. For these players, this was different. Now, if I want to assign some intentionality to it, I could read into what the words that he's capitalizing. For these players, it's different now. Back in my day, we would get on the fucking field and just start playing. Maybe. Or maybe that these players are now more in tune and there's more of an awareness or more of an awareness centered around players' health. That could be the intentionality behind it. I don't know. Go to the next one. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Now, when you read them all in conjunction with one another, without the timestamps on them, I don't know. To me, it reads a little different. I don't read them as being so callous. Now how I read them initially, this last one I read, there's no doubt, game of this magnitude, being postponed. I read that one first. When I read it that way first, I thought it was a little bit callous. I thought he, said what you supposed to say, man. I hope he all right, but what about the game though? Because it's kind of like if your waiter falls out at the restaurant. Like, of course, is he all right?
But what about
But also, I've been waiting a long time for my food. And that's what it feels like he might have done there when you read that first, personally. But when I read them all in the context, and especially in the way that y'all said that he wrote them the other way, makes it a lot less callous, personally. But I don't know this man, and I don't know how to read him. I think he an asshole. Not in the asshole professional style of asshole. I think he's really a generally callous, uncaring piece of shit human being. Not I'm gonna just tell you like it is and this is what it was. No, I just think he a piece of shit. This is me personally. But I try to remove my personal feelings when I try to assess somebody's, tweets or goings on or what's happening with them in the news. I don't know. But everybody else was a little upset.
Yeah.
And I knew Shannon wasn't on Tuesday, but I wasn't sure if he just didn't show up to work because he was pissed about this, or if he didn't show up because he wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if he didn't show up Tuesday, because you just said he didn't show up. So I didn't know if that was scheduled or not. Because I haven't had any clarification of that. Even when I heard him speak on this, he didn't even really clarify it.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, people were insinuating that was why he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever said anything to dispute that or disavow that. So yeah, I just assumed that's the reason.
That's what he was doing. And I mean, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But what happened was he got back on the show today, and he had some comments during the show. And if our producer could bring that clip back up now, we could listen to his take about what happened in the situation.
Something you want to share this morning?
Good morning. Yes. Good morning. There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation. So clearly, somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
As he continues his fight. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into our first.
All right. So that was Skip. That was Skip when he came back. Shannon, my bad. That was Shannon when he came back to work addressing Skip.
Ain't no like good can of green beans.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. Nothing like it at all. But Yeah. All right. So there, Skip was being a complete asshole. However, the way he was saying it was wrong, but what he said was right. He shouldn't have to take down the tweets because the shit that he said made perfect fucking sense in real time. And it's nothing that he should have to like fucking disavow.
It wasn't, in my opinion. But if you do something that offends some people, that some people take offense to and say, hey, that was insensitive, does it mean that much to you to keep it up? What are you holding on to? What part of your integrity, what part of your makeup makes you hold on to that tweet? Because it's offending people. They're upset about that. But you're adamant in your defiance and saying, I'm not going to take it down because there's nothing wrong with it. And I get it. I could agree. But I could also understand that these people are upset. They're offended. What's it worth to you to keep it up? What stance are you taking in that tweet? What message are you trying to send in that tweet that's so important that I'm willing to risk offending my friend or my coworker?
I mean, there's no reason because, like, all right, he's already explained. If you think that's what I'm saying, I'm sorry that that it wasn't expressed that clearly. Well, I'm sorry that's what you got from that, but that's not what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
After I've done that, why do I have to remove what I said?
Because it's upsetting some people, and it's kind of incendiary a little bit. So if you could just take it down, partner, I'd appreciate it. No,
Yeah.
that's unreasonable. That's something that a grown man can't process, can internalize. Like, hey, look, maybe I should. Ever?
Yeah. I mean, if you do, I get why, but if you don't, and you because you feel like the shit you saying ain't offensive, and you've explained that it's not offensive, and you've apologized for people who took it offensively, then no, you shouldn't have to take your shit down.
Okay.
Like, especially as a journalist. Because at the end of the day, that is what he is. He's a fucking journalist.
So you said,
and his report and his commentary isn't what people are taking it as, and he apologized for people who may have took it that way. I thought that was more than enough. I think that was more than what was necessary.
I ain't got no argument for that. Is there ever a reason to take a tweet down?
Slavery was a choice.
Take it down?
Nah, if you stand on what you say, no, there's no reason to ever take your shit down.
Okay, I just want to be clear on that.
I feel like, if you stand by what you say and willing to stand up to what comes from it, no reason to take your shit down.
I just want to be clear on that. So okay, cool. So you stand on what you say and stand on it, and that's cool.